Hello everyone and welcome back to my somewhat of a channel. This is my first ever voiceover video. Yay, it's really awkward, but here it is. So I'm finally back after a long while of not building anything. I don't know, I just kind of got uninspired from just constantly trying to build for my channel instead of building for myself. But I'm back. I'm actually rebuilding a house that I already built, but this time I'm using Tool and things like that, and also the new Windows and door update helped a lot, especially with the front door and with the hallway. But yeah, this is the house from the Japanese horror movie Ju-on the Grudge. Not the American remake with Sarah Michelle Gellar, or whatever her name is. Forgot it. No, this is the original Japanese one. There's major differences to each of the houses, but I chose this one because honestly, the Japanese original movie is a lot creepier than the remake, in my opinion. But yeah. I just decided to rebuild this because we had the new update with the windows and doors, and I finally got my computer back, so let's try it. Let's rebuild it again. And I also used Tool in some of the areas. Mainly, I think, mainly for things that just didn't line up with where I wanted them, because I didn't have the red shelf installed at the time, so kind of had to use tools for that, and also for the railing above the stairs, because there's this opening with these wooden with this wooden fence there, essentially. Also here I am actually trying to make a futon, so it's into the floor. You can find a tutorial online easily of how you do this with platforms, so I'm not even going to try to explain. But in the movie, obviously, the grandma sleeps down there. The mother, not grandma. She sleeps down there on a futon. And so I needed to create that room. So this is the house from the first movie. I did have to use multiple movies to kind of find out angles and what certain things look like. So I'm thinking the kitchen is more so based off of Ju-on the Curse, which came before Ju-on the Grudge. But that definitely helped me know where there's another room, helped me pinpoint that there's actually 3 rooms here. I don't know if there's a bathroom back there, but I made one just because I didn't really want to make a 4-bedroom home, 4 or 5-bedroom home with 1 bathroom. I just think that that's a bit weird. Also, I found an image online of the side of the house from here, several images, and there's this balcony here. So I thought, hey, why not include it, considering it's never shown in the movie, but why not include it because it's an actual thing of the house. Also, I don't think the house is standing anymore. I think there was construction done, and I don't think the house is standing anymore. So this house doesn't exist anymore. I think that I found that out through a web search, but anyways, in the movie, the caregiver finds that room boarded up. That's why I boarded the window up, because that's actually the first time you see that room. Whereas in the remake, you see it before, but in the original version, you see that actually in the beginning of the movie. Alright, here is where I decided to do that railing thing. So basically what I did is I took a window, not these windows, I changed them out because they create shadows, you'll see in a second. See, those shadows, they stayed there even when the windows are see-through, so I didn't like that. So I ended up using a different window, that one, the base game one. And it works perfectly. There's no shadows unless you go to a certain angle. Also, here's where I first started to use Tool, because you can see I couldn't scale it down to the perfect size. So essentially it wouldn't fit perfectly there, so I had to scale it down with Tool to 0.4 of its scale. And then I just basically moved them all in place. There's some shading issues with these things, but I would rather have it there than not have anything at all and just have it be plain. I'd rather have that little detail there. I tried to cover up the walls and things like that, but it really wasn't necessary. I'm just doing the foundation out here. And then here's this interior stair, but I actually like the fact that the new configurable stairs, or not new, but still, they actually helped a lot with the stairs because the stair actually bends like that. I think it bends a bit more, but I'm not sure. But not in a capacity that we can do in The Sims, so it's basically pointless. And if you see it, the video just stands still at times. That's just me looking up the images and things like that to get a better grasp of the interior and what the doors look like and things like that. So I just basically went through several movies just to find out the interior and things like that. There's an actual bed in that room. I always thought that this scene took place in that first room off the stairs, but no, it actually took place in the back room because there's this window at the back there, so it couldn't have taken place in any other room except there. Yeah, just mulling over, doing the outside. There's that little cement outside there under the platform, under the foundation there, and then just color matching the stairs to the movie. Yeah, I'm trying to add a mirror, but The Sims just doesn't have the perfect one. I do eventually settle on this one. It color matches it perfectly, plus it actually looks like something that you have in front. There's like this little place for you to put keys, and there's post-it notes everywhere, so this kind of does look like a hallway mirror. Just a little table there. There is a table in the beginning shot. Then there's a light there. I don't know where other lights are, like I didn't pay attention to that, so I just stuck with the little saucer lights that we have now, just because it kind of lit up everything and it fit. Here I'm just kind of looking for the umbrella stand. Couldn't find it, had to go to Seasons, because there's a little umbrella stand there, so. And then there is, I don't know if there's a shoe rack here. I just decided to put one here because it just seems appropriate because you're taking off your shoes here. Again, there's me just looking up images, and then there's like this little chest, drawers or whatever here that just has a few things on it. Maybe, this is where they keep the keys and they come in and blah, blah, blah. Just using tool to essentially bring it down and allow me to move it in place so that it just doesn't clip through. Now I'm just getting a few trinkets to place on top, going through my CC because I have a lot and I didn't go through most of it. My next build, which I've already filmed and which I just need to edit, is a cyberpunk build, but I didn't use CC, and I kind of want to do a cyberpunk build with the CC that I have, just because honestly, I do have a lot of things that would fit that modern design, so it's like, why not, Just doing the exterior paint quickly. I think I missed a bit there, but I paint it again later, so it doesn't matter. What else? Alright, the bathroom now. This, I originally wanted it to be that big room, but I luckily found in Ju-On the Curse, there's actually a shot that shows how the bathroom is separated. There's this little room there, which I assume is where the sink is, and then there's a room for the bathtub. I don't know where the toilet is. I don't know if it was in that first little room. It just kind of seems weird for it to be there. So I put it in its own little room. Here I'm just doing the kitchen again, courtesy of Ju-On the Curse. Sorry. Showed an actual angle of the kitchen. The other movies don't, so it's kind of confusing to find like an angle that helped. So this is definitely based more on that older kitchen from an older movie, but I think it still fits, considering some of the same things are still in this kitchen in Ju-On the Grudge. Yeah, just putting tiling because I thought I saw tiling back there, not everywhere else in the kitchen. See, that's where I'm starting to separate the bathroom. And there's a window there that, the Toshio, leans out of in Ju-On the Curse. And so that helped me figure out that the bathroom is there, so I wasn't wrong. I tried to put a shower in. I don't have Discover University, so I can put that other shower in, so I decided to rather just not put one in, even though I think that would be more appropriate to put in, but yeah. Wasn't space, so just use a basic sink. Try to fit a mirror in here. I wanted to have one with a cabinet just because it just seems appropriate, but I didn't end up doing it in just a plain mirror. Just a little hallway table, I'm guessing. I don't know. And here I'm just looking for. There was this little cupboard thing here. I don't know. I don't know what house. Like there wasn't a real good shot of what was there, so I just put that one there. And I'm modeling the kitchen more after Ju-on the Grudge, which is why there was a square table instead of a circular table, which is in Ju-on the Curse. I'm rambling about the movie so much. I don't know why. And then I'm just trying to find a table to go here, a smaller table, but I eventually end up just using a cabinet because it fits. There was a little plant there and I think some books, and I put a corkboard behind it because there is one in the movie. So, yeah. And then I just throw up some postcards on there just to make it look like there's actually stuff on the corkboard and it's not just nothing. I switched out that snow globe because that was a Willow Creek one and I just didn't like it. It just didn't seem something a Japanese house would have. A steamboat snow globe. No, that just, why? I'm just, like, I thought maybe that could be like medicine or stuff that they could just have up the shelves, or maybe herbs or whatever. And then the cleaning liquid and maybe like a tub of whatever here. Just things that they put on the shelf because they didn't have space elsewhere. Putting in some spices, some knives, typical kitchen things. I really should have actually just taken out my CC before doing this because it definitely was a slog to go through all of that just to find one or two things at times, especially like here when I decided to get that utensil holder thing. And I couldn't find it because of all of my CC, but I eventually did, so. I don't know if this kitchen is functional with everything there. I'm assuming it is, because just there's not that much in the way and it's not actually taking up counter space. It's mostly just pushed to the back, but hey, who knows. If it's not functional, just delete a few things. Yeah, so there's that shelving unit done. And then I threw this in because there's these big white shelves in the movie here. And then there's a little curtain off to the side. Threw in a column there just because the wall just didn't line up well enough, so I had to do something. And then there's a column there. Just lining everything up there. And then I had to put something under here, so I chose these. I think they were from City Living, I'm not sure. Bookshelves. Just to provide a little something under there, and then I threw up some curtains here. That's why I deleted the wall. Sorry. Just the vintage glamour stuff curtains. I actually really like those. They're very, very useful. And then just fixing that foundation. Now, originally this room has tatami mats, but I don't have snowy escape, so I can't do the whole tatami floor. And originally, what I did in the original version of the house is I put rugs there, just to simulate that. I also put that window there, because there is a little window there in the movie. Now, this bedroom in Ju-on the Curse, I could actually get a definitive view of this bedroom. That's why I knew there were two closets there and everything like that. So I could make it better, but I didn't base it off of that bedroom. Like, I didn't add everything because that was a kid's bedroom in Ju-on the Curse. So I generally shifted that room to next door, which is why you see a desk there and you'll see a single bed there. Maybe they were planning on having kids at a later date. I don't know. I'm just finding a few things to clutter up the drawers with. I don't know what you call this. My English isn't good today. So yeah, I'm just adding a little side table because I think there was one in the movie. I'm not sure. And then I just used Tool to raise it down and to have everything fit there. And then I just put a chair in here because I thought it looked a little bit barren. So just a little chair. Here's the desk. I don't put a computer in here, but just because I thought this is late 90s Japan. I don't think households have computers by this point. So just put a book in there. Maybe it's homework. Maybe it's, someone writing something. I don't know. And then I just put in a bed. I think I put in a plant as well. Or two. I put in mirrors as well, just because I thought that would be helpful. And there goes the two plants. Then I move on to this room. This room, I literally had no idea what to do, so I just was like, okay, this could be a spare bedroom with a pull-out couch. Let's just throw in this chair with a dresser and then be gone with it, because it was never really shown in any of the movies that I could see. They had an L-shaped couch in G1, The Grudge. It was a gray L-shaped couch, so I had to do this. And to cover it up, I just used this teddy bear. It doesn't do the job the greatest, but it helps to hide it a bit. And then I just tried to get that. There were two sort of tables there, one behind the couch and then one where the TV was on, so I just used the season table twice, because they were of the same color scheme, threw in a little TV for them. And then, just cluttered it up a bit more. The wall behind here, I decided to do... Now, these wooden slats are perfect. They're just not the right color, so I had to go with these ones, because they match the color better. They're a darker color. Anyways, I'm going back to cluttering. I'm really not good at this voiceover thing, am I? I added the windows in there, that was there. I just forgot to add in the beginning. Going to add curtains. And then curtains everywhere, I suppose. And then I'm adding these. I make them look like bed blankets. I don't know. Duvets. Whatever they're called, maybe for the mother there. Because she does pee the bed in the original movie, and she's old, so that could be the reason. So they're just taking care of her. So I'm just like, okay, let's just put clean blankets here, extra ones that they use probably. I don't know. Doing the second bathroom, like I said, I did another bathroom just because I didn't want there to just be one bathroom for this big of a house, even though that would be a possibility. Doing the rest of the exterior, the roof, and the little platforms there. I didn't, originally there's like this piece of wood that goes over there. That's why you saw me do that. And I do eventually change the platform color to more of a wood tone just to match it a bit. And then I'm adding in these beams that show outside of the house from this angle. So that's all I'm doing right now. I'm really not the greatest at this, but we are definitely getting close to the end of the build. We're just continuing on. I should have cut most of that out. I don't know why I kept it in. So now I think we're gonna do the exterior. Yeah, I did it. I forgot to record it, but it was like, man, why even try to continue? So now I'm just doing the exterior gate, which I think did look like this. Now, I didn't do the actual backyard the best that I could have, just because there's supposed to be another fence here that cuts off the backyard with the front yard, but I couldn't add that here. This was just a cut for me to change it to summer because I didn't like the dead trees. I wanted it to be a bit more overgrown looking. So I had to do this, and then I threw in the ivy that grows there that's usually dead most of the time. Threw in a few plants here and there because I noticed in some of the shots of the house that I actually had Googled, there were planters there. So I just threw a few planters. There's a clothesline out back. I don't have laundry day, so I just used this debug one from Seasons. And then there's this sort of gravel path back here, sort of with dead plants and things like that. This is actually shown in Ju-on the Curse. This is where the professor, or Kayako's sort of love interest that her jealous husband kills her over. This is where he goes and he sees Toshio and everything like that. yeah, and then I'm just kind of making it look a little dead and barren back there. Maybe some of the grass died. I'm adding a gravel path, deleting that bush because it was just a bit too big. Adding in a smaller one, getting close to the actual end of the house. So I think this is where I'm gonna go. Like, I'm just doing the final bathroom, but I think I'm gonna go because I'm almost done with the entire house. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave some feedback about my crappy voiceover if you could. I don't know, I'm not the best at this. This is the first time I'm doing this, so if you could leave some feedback, that'd be great. But this is about it for me. You can download the house in the description down below. There's ways to download it if you want to go through the Sims 4 gallery. But that's it for me. Sorry, third time I said that. Okay, bye.
Midnight and city lights on the other side. You're calling me up at the same time. I'm in the daylight. You're calling to say hi, but your words, they cry. If there's something that you need to say, I know it ain't easy living inside your brain, for sure. You keep telling me that it's all okay, but I know, yeah, your silence speaks so loud. Silence speaks so loud, and I hear you calling out, yeah. Talking about nothing, then you said something under your breath. I can't take it, I know what you're thinking. I wish I could fix this.